Hi students, in this video I want to cover three things from Excel. So we're going to start, these three things is starting on page 153 in your textbook. It's unit 3.2, using basic features to create, edit and format a spreadsheet. And we're quickly going to look at 3.2.1, 3.2.2 and 3.2.3. So have your textbook ready on page 153 of your textbook, page 153. Right, using basic features to create, edit and format a spreadsheet. Opening the application. Right, I'm sure you all know by now how to open a spreadsheet. I showed you this in class. And then if we move to the next page, I just want to show you again a few things. This is also explained in your textbook, but I'm showing it to you again. Right, so you have your active cell address. In other words, if I click on one of the cells in Excel, it'll tell me what is the cell address in the name box. Okay, then we have our column headings, we have our row numbers. Right, it tells us how many sheets is in the document here at the bottom. Or remember, we don't call it a document, we call it a book. So in the book we've got 3 sheets. There's sheet 1, that's the active sheet. If I click on the next sheet, then that specific sheet is active. So at the moment we are busy in sheet 1. Then you have different view modes. You can also add more sheets to your book if you need to add more sheets. We have a vertical scroll bar and a horizontal scroll bar. In other words, this is your vertical scroll bar if you just quickly want to navigate in your spreadsheet, and this is the horizontal scroll bar. Right, this is how they work. And then you can zoom into your book. As you can see where my cursor is, if I press plus, then I'm zooming into my spreadsheet. If I press minus, then it zooms out. So if you maybe battle to see properly on your spreadsheet, you can just zoom in a little bit when you want to type your spreadsheet. Just because you zoomed in doesn't mean it changes the size of the font of your document, or of your book. Okay, and then of course this section over here is your tab. This is where you do all your functions in Excel. Remember, if you want to select multiple cells in Excel, we call it a range. Highlight your range, whatever it might be. If you get an instruction to highlight a specific range, just read what they say. For example, they can say to you, highlight the range A2 to E5. There's A2 up until E5, and then you have highlighted the range A2 to E5. Okay, and let's see, what else do I want to quickly explain to you. Saving works the same as in Word, guys. If you want to save a document, you click on File, you click on Save As, you click on Browse, and then remember to give it a new file name. It'll go automatically to Documents, right? Give it a new file name, and remember to click on Save. If you want to save it inside a folder, look for the folder where you want to save it in. Make sure to double click on the folder and then you click on Save. Okay, that's how you save a document. And then the other thing that I want to show you is how to, again, just quickly again, how to adjust the columns and the rows. If you want to adjust the columns and the rows, place your cursor between the columns, click and drag the column bigger or smaller. This is how we adjust the columns. You can also adjust your columns under the Home tab, and if you look at the cells block by cell size, there's your row height, there is your column width. Okay, so if you need to adjust your column width or row heights, you can also do it by using this button here. Okay, but it's easier just to click and drag. Another thing that you can also do, but sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get it right. If you type a sentence, I'm just quickly going to type you a sentence. Type a long sentence. If you type a long sentence, you can also auto adjust the column. Place the cursor between two columns and double click, and you will see that the sentence will the column will automatically adjust to the length of the sentence. Okay, so that's how auto adjusting works. You can also use the auto adjust in the cells group by format, and you can say auto fit the row height or auto fit the column width. That's another way that you can auto fit your information. Okay, another thing that I also just want to show you is to insert a header or a footer. Under the view tab, you change your view. So please, you must click on view. At the moment, our view is in normal view, as you can see. So if you want to change it, or let's rather say, if you want to add a header or a footer to your document, you must change the view to page layout. The moment when I click on page layout, do you see what happens? I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit for you so that you can see what I'm talking about. When you click on page layout, it says to you now you can click to add a header, and if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you can click to add a footer. Okay, so if you want to add a header, click in one of the boxes, make sure your cursor is flashing, and then you can type your header, whether it's your initial surname, your examination number, and in one of the other blocks your question number. So let's say your instruction says initial surname left. You click in the left box and you type your initials and your surname. And if you want to move to the last box, which is then the right hand side of your header, click in the box and type, for example, question 1A or whatever the case might be. And very important, you must click anywhere else in the spreadsheet so that your header is saved and not active anymore. Because if you do not click somewhere else, you're going to stay in edit mode. Edit mode means that you are still busy editing. And then you're going to end up typing your whole document in a header. So please be careful to do that. Okay, this is adding a header and a footer in Excel. And if you change your view back to normal, please look what happens. If you click on normal, you won't see the header and the footer, but you have inserted it. And I promise you, when you go to your print preview, file, print, you will see your print preview. Let me just type something in the document, otherwise we can't see print preview. Okay, there is my print preview. As you can see, the header appears. It's there. Okay. You just can't see the header if you are in normal view. That's the only difference. Okay, so I hope this makes sense to you, how to insert headers and footers, and just a little basic overview again of Excel. Thank you for watching.